resort? I have. I've stayed at a couple internationally, but I've never stayed at one in the United States up until recently. I took a cruise and thought, you know what, let me give Riu a try. If you stayed at a Riu, you know the Riu, the footprint is pretty much the same wherever you go, the type of furniture, the style, the layout, but they're generally all inclusive. Here in the United States, the few that they do have, they are not all inclusive. So that's a little different, but I wanna show you the Riu that I stayed at, let you know what I think about it. And afterwards, I wanna hear your comments, your feedback. Have you stayed at a Riu? Do you like Riu? Would you stay at this one in Miami? It was okay, but I'll give you my honest feedback after showing you a few clips. All right, let's take a look. All right, so what did you guys think about Hotel Riu, Miami, South Beach? So I'll tell you what I thought. I'll give you my pros and cons. The pro, number one, is it's oceanfront. So I absolutely love that. Love the view. I really like the access to the beach where you go right through the pool area. Couldn't show much of the pool because there were a lot of kids during the time that I went, and I didn't want to record people's kids in the pool. But I did like that you come right out of there, walk along the little walkway, and you go directly to the beach. So I do like that. As part of the resort fee that's added to your bill, you get access not only to the beach, but they give you the beach chairs and the umbrellas. So that's the plus. It's about 25 minutes from Miami International Airport, a little longer from Fort Lauderdale. I want to say about an hour from Fort Lauderdale, but you all know, depending on the traffic, both of those could be a longer ride. I like the sunrise. I love to chase sunsets and sunrises. So as you can see, there's a beautiful sunrise. So I did like that. Again, they do have a couple restaurants on site. You can eat on site. You can eat outside if you want. They have a buffet, but again, it's not all inclusive at all. You do have to pay for everything. The cons, I'm going to say, if you notice towards the end of the video, the music was really loud that night. Even though I was on vacation, I still wanted to rest the night before my cruise. And next door, there's another resort that someone was having their wedding reception, which is great. But if you wanted to sleep, there was no sleeping that night until the reception was done. It felt like we were at the reception. That's how loud the music and the base was. And I'm glad they were having a good time. But for people like me who wanted to rest, not so much. So I didn't like that. I definitely did not like the balconies, that there was no privacy. You know, it only comes up, the concrete on each side. When you come out to sit and look at the sunrise or sunset, or whatever you're looking at, you look left, you look right, your neighbor is right there looking at you. The people next to me were smoking cigarettes. I'm not a smoker, and so their smoke was just blowing right over to my balcony. What you gonna do? They paid for their room, so. And I didn't like that the sinks for the bathroom were on the exterior, so they're right there in your room. I get the concept, but I was there with my son, so we both would have preferred for the sink to be inside the bathroom, but we made it work. So, but besides that, the hotel was nice. It was clean. Would I recommend it? I'm going to say out of 10, I'm probably going to give it a 6.5 in comparison to the other Rius that I stayed at. So let me know what your thoughts are. Subscribe to my channel, put your comments down. Love to hear your feedback, and stay tuned for more. Bye.